One of those guys, the red and black one.
Cthulhu. Red and black?
I'd like to buy that model.
You would probably want a little Stutz Bearcat, which is a, you want a little sports car, is that what you're saying?
Kinda.
Something like that.
Yes, that looks pretty nice.
That's a Stutz Bearcat.
That's how I drive
It's 90 horsepower, which is a little bit more solid. So you can drive right down Stutz Bearcat. What's the Stutz in there? How much does that cost there, James?
Stutz?
Yeah, you see it? I might have to look it up. It might be in imports.
It's not in. Wait a minute. Imports.
I guess cash on hand.
Nope.
Okay. Are you done looking? She's got a Ford. You've got a Model T.
Yes.
I think I got it.
Nice.
A black hard top.
There it is.
I could afford a
Kevin's
Cadillac
car.
Series 452 with 185 horsepower, but that'd be ridiculous. That's also 19.
Well, just pick one so we can keep going.
Okay,
It's not like it's not in a real.
I'm gonna hit the 314. Cadillac
Okay.
314.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting a horse.
You want to own a horse? You live in an apartment.
Yeah, never mind.
in Rhode Island.
I can ride them.
Yeah, you're good at riding them.
My ride is
Oh
34.
boy,
Ideal Stutz Bearcat cost you $2,000.
$2,000.
So you stay on the horse a third of the time.
And what did you say you wanted?
Whoops.
I got a Cadillac 3041.
Cadillac Series
Yeah, I'm gonna try to buy
341.
a motorcycle.
You probably need to get a 314. I don't know if the 341 is around yet.
What year is this?
It's 1925.
We'll let you check later.
Basically, it has 80 horsepower. That's
Go,
still really good for the
okay.
time.
Yeah.
And it costs you
That's your motorcycle.
$3,200.
Yeah.
Nay.
So note that Cadillac Series
Oh,
314.
here's my
314.
Jot down, yes, 314. The 341 isn't out till 1928. I don't know if that's the first year it was out or not. Okay. Very briefly. Everybody, we're going to go around. We're going to start with you, Caitlin.
Oh yeah, don't hold your guns unless you actually are.
Quickly describe your characters. Try to give somewhat of a physical description. Your occupation. We've already and I'll interject things like how wealthy you are and that kind of stuff. Caitlin.
Okay.
And remember, you haven't all met yet, so we have to redo some of these introductions. So go ahead.
My name is Mary Jane Holland. My occupation is a researcher. I have a PhD in anthropology. I was born in the UK, but I live here now. I'm really ugly. I got a scar.
You're not. Your character's very pretty,
Okay.
but she has this
I have
horrible scar
I
on
have
her
a
face.
scar. I was researching natives and right. Some
Yeah,
island
it was in
somewhere.
It was in the Amazon,
Amazon.
South
and
America somewhere.
Didn't go well. So,
It looked when you guys meet your characters, you can react how you want.
whoa.
It looks like it was. It's like a Frankenstein scar. It was whoever stitched it up was doing so with crude materials. You correct me if you don't like any of that.
No, it's okay.
But it was not well done, so it does stand out, and it does detract from her appearance.
Okay. Should I say what I had or?
No, that's good enough.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't know what. Is she blonde? Is she brunette?
I don't think they specified
Okay.
that.
You can
So
decide.
I guess maybe I have brown hair
Okay.
and so yeah.
Okay. Kyle, tell us a little bit about, what's your character's name? Oh my god, here we go.
I am Sir Dr. Carl Huxtable.
Carl?
You've been nice.
Carl, yes.
What did you get knighted for?
Just being awesome.
Birds
No,
of-
As a bright mind. As a bright mind.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so did you get all your education in England then?
Yes, and I
Okay.
came here to educate
All
the
right.
Americans.
Alright, we'll give you that.
They're so select.
It also could be hereditary. Your title could be hereditary as well. And what does he look like?
Well, he's 26 years of age, so he's not very weathered, but he has a very full mustache that he curls.
Okay.
He's knighted at 26.
Yes.
With nice.
Oh my god.
As a bright mind.
That's what he tells people.
He
Full
also-
mustache, I like that. That's a good character trait. What's his size?
He's big.
Yeah, what's the number?
Over 6 feet tall is what you
Yeah.
told me.
What's the number for under size?
15.
15. So you're 6'2" to 6'4", somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So he's very tall.
He was knighted for being big as well.
He's tall, he's got a big mustache, and he works at Brown University.
Yes.
What does he teach?
He teaches history,
Okay.
psychology, psychoanalysis,
Well, those two are the same.
and he's a librarian.
Okay, so he teaches history and psychology, and he works in the library occasionally.
Yes.
Okay. And he's got a house in town? Did you say?
Yes.
Figure that?
It's a very nice house and a very nice car.
Where's his house? His house is in, what did we say?
We said
Fox?
it was in Fox Point Hill.
Okay. Aaron,
Yes.
who are you playing?
I am playing Manfred Donald, a stuntman with a degree in theatrics.
Oh, okay.
He is from Ontario, Canada. He is 28 years old and male. He's very good looking. He's a very attractive man.
Okay.
My appearance is 14. I guess that means he's attractive.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Good looking. 14 is good looking. When 18 is as high as you can really get.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's why you're not like a real actor.
Yeah.
That's why you're a stunt actor.
Maybe he didn't want to be an actor. Maybe he went and saw how they act in the movies. He was like, this is crap. I have a theater degree. I'm not going to do this.
He was always interested
Always doing
in the
this.
Western movies and stuff.
Okay.
So he moved.
Western
to
movies. It's 1920s. You know how many Western movies there's been?
He's interested.
Probably not.
in
He's
Western
probably read a lot of
culture.
Western.
Yeah, Western
He's
culture.
read stories. He's interested in the 1880s and all
He
the
loves
cycles
movies.
and all
So
the
when
West.
he heard about America making movies he decided to move down to try to be part of
And
it.
he hasn't figured out that they don't make movies in Providence.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not sure where.
He-
Okay,
he's
that
making
makes, so
his
he just
way.
moved here.
Yes.
He
They
moved
said go
here,
north,
got
and
an
he just went
apartment,
north.
started looking north. Go north.
He asked the wrong person.
Go north, young man.
What
Oh,
how
yeah,
does-
that's right.
Let's go west.
let's back up real quick. Caitlin, how does your character typically dress?
Plainly.
Plainly, just a skirt
Yeah,
and a
no
blouse,
nonsense.
or a dress or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
dress kind of,
Kyle, how does your guy usually dress? Just and
Still wears British attire.
Okay, British attire. So 3-piece suits,
Yep.
bow tie.
Yeah. Polka dot.
Does he have glasses?
Yep.
Okay. Does he have a pin?
But he
Really
doesn't need them.
big.
He just wears them to look older.
Oh, okay.
He's
Okay,
26.
he's pretty young
Yeah.
for all his
Yeah.
degrees. Is it a pince nez? Is it one of those ones that just clip to your nose, or is it regular glasses, or what?
Can I get a monocle?
Yeah, your guy could wear
I
a monocle.
monocle.
Well, if he's got a monocle, let's say one of his eyes is a little weak, and that's why he wears it.
Okay.
And it does make him look older. So does the mustache.
That's gonna be
What about
Very
how does Manfred?
Manfred Donald.
Manfred dresses.
Yeah, how does he dress? Oh, I should.
Since he is into Western culture, he likes to wear cowboy boots. Not like with spurs and everything, but just like
Right. Does he wear jeans then, and just like
Yeah.
a denim shirt and that kind of thing?
not a denim jacket. Like when I don't know, he wears like what cowboys would wear.
Okay, so he wears probably a button up the front shirt,
Yeah.
no tie.
Mm-mm.
Does he have a cowboy hat?
I would like for him.
Okay, he wears a cowboy hat. He's got a. Is it one of those giganto 10-galloners, or is it more of a fedora-ish kind of thing?
No, not like for the just like standard.
Standard kill.
Like a flat topped, and then. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I want my guy to have like pepper, like naturally salt and pepper hair. Like
Hmm?
for some reason his
He's already going a little gray,
Yeah.
even though. How old is he?
28.
20. He's already going gray. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not gonna live long.
Stressful life. No, that adds.
It's just no. There's some people that gray really young, and it
Yeah.
doesn't have anything to do with their health or anything.
Rin the fourth. He's only like 30 something. He's got like almost gray hair now.
Who are
Yeah.
we talking to?
So you've got salt and pepper, and it's
You.
just mixed all over his hair. Salt and pepper. Okay. James.
My guy's name is Armanno Bertelli.
Nice.
Bertelli.
Bertolli. Okay.
And he,
Obviously of Italian American descent.
yeah. He obviously has white hair. Oh, he's 67.
67. Did you mark off a couple points? You took him from appearance.
Yeah,
didn't you?
from appearance.
So he's maintains. He's spry. Just shows his age.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Is he going bald?
he's still got hair, but it's just all white.
Okay. He's wearing glasses.
He does not wear glasses.
Okay. How's his vision then at 67 years old?
It's
He's probably losing some of it.
Yeah, he's lost some of it. He's lost some of his hearing too. A little
Okay.
bit.
Okay. Is he nearsighted or farsighted?
Because of the
Or
shotgun.
both?
He
He probably has lost some.
he's more nearsighted
Okay.
he eats his
because
breakfast.
shotgun.
He can still read up close without his glasses, but
Loves
when it comes to distance, he starts doing this a lot, squinting.
He started out his life as an enforcer. Well, when he was like what 17, He was an enforcer, and then he moved up the ranks, and he was a hitman. He was known as Scattergun Armanno. No,
I like it.
that's where he lost some of his hearing, and he moved up the ranks. Now he's a higher-ranking mobster.
Okay.
I can already tell my character's not going to.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, but you might not know any of this about him. Mainly this is for what's he look like?
Oh yeah, he dresses in suits all the time.
Impeccable, perfect suits. Are
Yeah,
they
well,
white?
no.
Or are they just
no?
brownish red, so it doesn't show off the stains?
It's typically just white and black,
Okay.
but of course, there's a color for every occasion.
Well, he's quite rich too. Okay.
But yeah.
But he's not infirm at all. He doesn't need a cane to walk or anything like that.
He does not. He,
Okay.
still has a 10 in dexterity. Yeah, and
Okay.
he always
Anything
wears
else?
an overcoat.
Clean shaven?
Clean shaven.
Okay.
Oh, no Santa.
No. Logan!
All
Oh,
right.
God help us all.
My name is Angus Silversnatch.
No.
Yeah, no, that's not a name.
Change that last name.
Why?
Silversnatch is not a name. I need something that'll fit in with 20th century. It can be Silverberg. You can
Silverberg.
make him Jewish.
Make him a
Silver
Jew!
Snatch.
But
And I'm a
Silversnatch,
prospector.
Silversnatch, I'm sorry, that's goofy as hell, and it's not a good name.
All right,
They could call him Snatch.
Dude, yeah.
Angus.
Silverberg.
Silversmith.
Silversmith's fine.
All right, Angus Silversmith. He is a prospector who hails from Mississauga, Toronto.
He's also Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's been traveling his whole life.
You two know each other. We're going to just start that out, that you two know each other.
Okay.
You don't.
That's good.
We'll figure that out in gameplay, but there is a connection there since
There's
you're
two
both
Canadians
from
in
Canadian.
Rhode Island.
So like,
Yeah, you're the only one.
I've been traveling my whole life on my feet. I've got a very deep red skin because I've been exposed to the sun.
Okay, lots of sunburns from you.
I'm
How old
wearing-
is your character?
He's 34.
Okay.
I'm wearing a dusty, worn green fishing cap with hooks, but no fishing pole. I've got a gray vest, long, dusty boots, and I am dusty all over. Just
So don't bathe much.
So yeah, he doesn't bathe a whole lot.
I
Or he doesn't wash his clothes a whole lot.
I live on a park bench in front of the community center.
There's probably not a community center. There are parks in the town. So you're basically a vagrant, is what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I carry everything I own on a large backpack on my back.
Okay.
It's
Including
got-
like that $1,000 or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And in
Wow.
the
Good thing
backpack.
he
Yeah,
looks
no-
like a bum.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wow. Providence, the crime is not nearly as bad in the 20s as obviously today.
In the
So,
back-
More organized.
In the backpack, I've
We're all
got
friends.
2 lengths of shovel, one big and one small. I've got a bucket, a sifter, 3 mason bottles that are empty, 6 mason bottles that are filled with moonshine,
okay, I'll give you that.
and
That's a lot of
one set of
bottles.
clothes,
Okay.
and
So-
assorted
That's a
lengths.
big
Yeah.
pack. Okay, so wait, you have a long shovel, you say?
Yeah, it's
How does
like
it fit inside a
it's
backpack?
like strapped
It's a
onto
strapped
back.
Okay, so you're basically a vagrant. You're a bum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Totally.
James,
My guy is 31 years old.
what's his name? That's what.
Tyler Bryan.
Tyler Bryan with an I or a Y?
Why?
Tyler Bryan. Okay, 31. All right.
He is about 6 foot, I think, size 14.
Size 14 puts in between 6 and 6'2", so yes, 6 foot.
I mean, he's a big man.
Put it down.
He's a war
Once we
veteran.
start playing, once we're role playing, the guns that are picked up means your character just took his gun out of his pocket. So keep that in mind.
Well, my guy might be sitting here, you know.
You might be, but
Cleaning
if you
guns.
pick it
Sure, the
up,
police
No,
station.
picking him up and I'm
So
like cleaning a gun or something.
that's fine. You can use it for that.
Yeah. My guy, he always wears, you know, suits.
Okay, we're suit and tie.
Suit and tie and fedora, you know. Nice suit and tie and fedora.
Okay.
Has, you know, nice shoes.
Age 31, been to the war. He has his own business. He's a private investigator, so he's got a little shop somewhere, probably in downtown. He's
Mhm.
lives in the apartment above.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay. Now, as a campaign, a lot of times when I've been running one shots for you guys, it's been, here's your mission. Let's go. Let's get it all done.
Yeah.
A campaign, we're going to take our time. We're going to have fun.
Definitely.
John will be here shortly, and he'll be able to jump in. And it took us long enough for the character creation. He might get here, and whoa. We're getting started.
Nice.
But we're going to start without him. to start with, I gave you the.
Oh,
I gave you this guy, right?
I feel like I would know my phobia.
Did I give you that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, West Tenement. Oh, this is one of the older ones. That was from earlier on. You probably would have seen this one too. That's the one about those 2 cops that got killed
Oh,
up in
yeah.
Woonsocket that John heard on the radio.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can take a look at this. Note the dates. It's been almost a month. What's your question?
My phobia.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't know my
I get
phobia.
to pull it right out of wherever I pull it
Does
out.
everybody
Like,
have phobia?
at the least, no. As a gangster, he's seen so many awful things that he's developed some kind of phobia.
Nice.
It might not even come into play today because I'm gonna have to sit down and think about it potentially.
Gotcha.
Hey, you know the whole for this? I could be looking for this guy if he hasn't been found.
Nobody's hired you to look
Yeah, I
for
was
him,
about to say.
Somebody could have.
but nobody has.
Okay.
The cops are looking for him.
Are we doing a continuation of this as well?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
this is
a
an
campaign.
ongoing.
We might only get halfway through the scenario tonight, today, and then I'm gonna try to run once a month, and you'll be allowed character development. You know how at the end of sessions we've been like, here's what goes up. That'll happen, and you get to continue playing the same character till they die, go insane, or the character, or you decide the character's like, I've had enough of this, and I'm out of here, and you roll up a new character, and that's totally your choice there.
Nice. I love Sir Dark.
News in Providence in the last month. Y'all live in you're all in Providence. We're gonna say you haven't found him yet. You don't know he's in town. You've got an apartment, you've got your nice house, you've been teaching your students. You two know each other.
Hi.
Not real well, but she is a researcher who has worked for the college. She's
Maybe.
probably worked for you at one point or another. You've said, I need some research done, and then she works on kind of a freelance basis and will come in and do the research if you're too busy to do it.
Yeah.
And she works for different professors at Brown. She's worked at other colleges all in the New England area.
Yes.
She lives somewhere east of the college. You might know that. You've got your apartment. You're trying to make your way. You've been trained to be a stuntman somewhere along the lines, or you've done your self-training. You are at this point decided. You've probably found out Hollywood's where you want to be, but you're probably locked into a lease right now for the next year.
Okay.
How long have you been in Providence? You can decide that.
6 months.
Okay, so you're locked in at least for 6 months. You came to Providence, you're like, yeah, I want to make movies. They don't make movies here. And you'd already gotten an apartment, you'd already gotten a part-time job, probably waitering, doing as a waiter or some other work. So you're probably doing theater on the side. There's some theater in Providence, and you're probably doing that to turn some money as well.
You still had to wait on Sunday.
You're part of the mafia here in Providence. You have a really nice house. You said your character was getting into the occult, trying to learn some things so that he could live forever, and has made very slow progress on that so far. But again, that's been taking up a lot of your time. You're just a vagrant right now, and you've got a little place downtown. It's actually you've probably noticed his. There's a sign that says Tyler Bryan, private investigator, over one of the storefronts in the downtown area.
I like that.
Okay.
Tyler Bryan? Yeah, it's not bad. Tyler Bryan. Okay.
P.I.
In the last month, some crazy stuff happened up in Woonsocket, which is about 2 hours north. It's at I don't remember the exact distance. Car travel is very slow. Almost all the roads are dirt. There are a few paved roads. Train is actually a better way to travel at this point, if you want to travel long distance. But it takes a while to get.
Itself will be paid.
No, yeah, Providence is paved, but outside of the cities,
Yeah.
you have a few main roads, but mostly dirt. And if it's raining, the cars of this time period are not really built and equipped to handle that very well. So driving is a possibility, up to several hours, even across country if you want. But you can run into some serious problems with breakdowns and the like. You've been reading in the newspapers. Does everybody here pretty much read a newspaper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That some police officers were murdered up in Woonsocket at some farm. And and then a few days after that, there was some kind of crazy shootout over in the what district did I put that down in? The West End. There was a shootout in some tenement apartment building. There was a lot of blood. You guys can actually take a look at this article. This was from actually a few weeks ago. If you so desire, there was a lot of blood, and they think it's related to the murder up in Woonsocket, but no bodies were found. There were no bodies.
Creepy. So that would pique my guy's interest.
It could. Caitlin, you are we're in the hospital. You will have healed up by this time. However, while you're still in the hospital, you I got a question for you since John is not here. Would if you think if that cop had come to him, he would have told him that you were in the hospital? If he asked specifically, some more questions.
Maybe not.
Okay, let me give this guy a luck check and see if he can find out that you are in the hospital.
He's a thief. I would probably say
50. Okay, that's good enough. You
Yeah.
were visited in the hospital by Detective Malloy on July 6th. He asked.
ratted you out.
No, he probably didn't rat her out because he's really keeping everything close to the chest. But yeah. Well, no, you're right. He wouldn't rat you out. I'm going to say that he doesn't visit you till July 20th at your apartment after you've been released. He telephoned and asked if he could talk to you for a few minutes. If you could spare him a few minutes.
Sure.
Okay. He visits. He says he can come by your apartment if that's all right.
That's fine.
And knocks at the door, enters the room, says he hopes you're well, and asks if you can take a seat. And then he pulls something small metallic out of his pocket, and he puts it down on the coffee table. It's a little small, misshapen piece of metal.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "That's the bullet they pulled out of you, Miss Holland. I took the trouble to check it against the .238 pistols that were found in the room where Jarvis Simmons was found. I was a little surprised that it matched one of the guns. Where's Bryan Timmons, Miss Holland?"
I have no idea.
Look, at this juncture, I've not shared this information with the Providence police, but we need to find Mr. Timmons because we know, or we're fairly certain that he has committed several murders.
Why are you here questioning me anyway? I was just shot, for God's sake.
Yes, you were shot from one of the two guns that was found in the room where Mr. Simmons was found, who had been hypnotized or something by Mr. Timmons. You know he was in an asylum for a week, don't you?
Of course I do.
No, I mean Mr. Simmons, the butler.
Oh.
They had to have him committed. He was so jangled up upstairs.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Apparently, Mr. Timmons had him under some kind of hypnotic control, from what we could piece together.
Hypnotic control.
Not my words, miss.
Uh-huh. I have no idea where he is.
Really.
Really?
If you have any contact with Mr. Timmons, please contact us.
I will, but I can't guarantee anything.
I understand. But if you do think of anything, I would appreciate it greatly. We really want to bring this murderer to justice.
Yes, I know.
And I know sometimes there are falling outs amongst criminals. I don't know what might have happened in that room, but I know you were there.
Are you calling me a criminal?
I'm just saying that certain things sometimes happen.
Well, I say that your implication is preposterous. Get out of my house.
Very well. I'll be wanting to talk to Mr. McKeefe about this too. He says that as kind of a goodbye, and then you see him out. Your apartment's in the front of this building.
Right.
Just as you're sitting down after having dealt with this, there comes another knock at the door. What do you do? So what do you do?
I guess I don't have any peepholes.
No.
Alright. Can I listen at the door
Mhm.
and see if there's anything happening?
You don't hear anything. You don't hear any sounds from out there.
Dang it. Alright, fine. Do I have a chain on my door?
Yes, yeah, you have a chain on.
Okay, I want to open the door with the chain.
Okay, so and then you open the door.
Yeah.
You recognize your neighbor, William Pendergast IV.
Wow.
Yes, he's a good-looking young man in his mid-20s. You remember he went to Brown. That's how you met him, because he was a student there. He was getting. Yeah, you're gonna know him too. You know him too. You taught him. He's from Ohio originally, but his parents are well connected. You know, he's actually they're very, very wealthy. And he's kind of slumming, living in your apartment building. He lives at the house behind you. Slumming for somebody who probably makes as much money as he does.
Okay. Right, yeah.
He was a student. You found out that he lived near here, and he wanted to stay in Providence as long as he could until his coming of age. You know him as well. You're gonna know this guy Pendergast as well. You taught him. He was a good student.
It's very good.
He got a.
Scares me.
He went to Harvard and another little New Hampshire college called Caring Cross College. And he goes. He's got flowers, and it looks like he has a card. And he goes, Mary Jane. Oh yes, I heard that you had been in the hospital. I thought I'd bring you some flowers, and I got you a little card. You're friends on a kind of casual basis.
Yeah.
He's just a nice fellow in the building.
Okay, well I unchain the door and let
Okay.
him in.
Yeah. Okay.
So
He
where
walks
is the
in.
fight?
He says, "Oh yes, you have a vase."
Sure.
He finds a vase in the kitchen, puts the flowers in water,
Yeah.
and gives you this little card. And it's just, "I hope you feel better." Blah blah blah.
Right.
And you have a nice little conversation about that.
Okay.
And he's asking you where you've been the last few weeks. Have you been in the hospital the whole time? He heard from Mrs. Burke. He said, "Yes, some strange things been going on around here." Mrs. Burke said that fellow who lives in the basement came running out of your apartment screaming a few weeks ago, just shrieking at the top of his lungs. It was like, "Whoa!" She was terrified.
Well, I've been involved in a little research lately, and maybe he had a nightmare or something.
He had a nightmare. Was he sleeping here?
No.
It just sounded so strange, just very strange.
Yes.
What kind of thing? What are you researching?
I'm researching a bit into the occult, so
Ah.
that might have been, how people get with that.
Something strange happened. Well, it was actually quite a long time ago. I knew a fellow. His name was Robert McCorkindale. Lived up in Caring Cross, where I went to college, Caring Cross University. Caring Cross College, where I got my undergraduate. Well, I went there for 2 years actually. But anyway, his wife was murdered a couple of years ago. They say very strange, and he seems very upset about it. Says it's a very strange situation.
Weird, you say?
Yes, I don't know. He's looking for someone to look into it. I'm looking to hire a private investigator. I found a fellow downtown named Tyrone Bryan or Bryan Tyrone. I don't remember his name.
Right, indeed, yes.
He's just making casual conversation. It
Okay.
sounds like pretty
All right.
much. He keeps bringing back to McKeefe, running, screaming out of your apartment. He's
Right.
like, "What kind of occult things are you researching?"
Well,
That's a very nice vase you have up there, by the way. I'm talking about.
yes, it's very nice, but just the normal occult things.
Normal and occult.
Right. Well, whenever you are
You're such a con.
into my occupation,
Oh, no.
everything seems to be running together. And I'm sure it was just a nightmare or something.
All right. Well, I wish the man well. I know he seems awful shady to me, but
Yeah.
he's a good drinking partner. I enjoy drinking with him.
Yeah. Well, he's good and all in
Okay, and then he takes off.
all. Okay.
Yeah. This is late. This is like late July, probably the 20. July 28th,
Okay.
1925. Okay. You get a visit at your office. Tyler Bryan. You've talked to this guy before, William Pendergast. He's got a friend up in New Hampshire whose wife was murdered about a year ago. He thinks. He's not sure of the details, but his and Pendergast has been out of town for the last few weeks too. He's been in New York City for something, probably his family business or some crap. He hates work.
Okay.
He was murdered. He's looking to hire somebody.
Oh, his friend was then murdered again
No. His friend's wife was murdered.
a year ago.
That he thinks. He doesn't remember all the details. He gives the name Robert McCorkindale. He is going to the trouble of finding a private investigator for this guy. Is pretty much what it boils down to. This William Pendergast fellow. He doesn't really know any more details than
Well,
that.
my guy thinks it's weird that he wait a whole year.
Do you say that, or are you just thinking that it's weird?
But it's like,
That's weird.
No, are you
Wait
saying?
this
No.
long.
Okay.
but
What you're thinking? That's fine.
it's like,
He's like here. He tells you it's Caring Cross, New Hampshire, and at this time period, a lot of small towns do not have rotary dial phones or phone numbers. You call, you get an operator, you ask for a person. If they have a phone, they can connect you.
yes.
Boston has telephone numbers. New York has telephone numbers. Some of the bigger cities. I haven't been able to find out if Providence does it yet or not. So
Probably
we're
in the
gonna assume that
1925.
they have
Yeah.
some.
I'm
Some people do, some people don't.
Well, I'm assuming I do.
Okay. So he basically tells you the guy's name is Robert McCorkindale, and the town is called Caring Cross, New Hampshire. If you have an interest in helping this guy, he is hiring. He's hiring somebody.
Of course. My guy's like, he doesn't have a job right now.
That's fine.
The
So if you want to
reason.
contact him, feel free. And if you can help him out, it'd be great. I might even throw a bonus in.
Ooh.
So my guy's
And
like,
you know Pendergast a little bit too. You've met him. He seems like he's a guy with a lot of time on his hands.
yeah.
And he does a lot of window shopping downtown, even though he doesn't really ever buy anything. But you have a passing acquaintance with this guy. He's a nice guy. You can show him. Here's a picture of him. Very good looking guy. And he's got a good appearance. Good looking guy. Obviously has a really good credit rating because he just dresses immaculately. People on the street respect him.
I have a good credit rating.
He seems like he knows everybody in downtown too. It's like he's gotten to know everybody. Yeah, he just
Like-
seems like a nice fellow. But it's mainly I'm throwing some business your way. I know this guy. If you want to follow up on that, it's up to you. And you have as much information as you need to probably contact him.
So my guy's gonna try and call him.
Okay. Yeah, you contact Robert McCorkindale, and he seems kind of... He's obviously very upset, even after however much time has passed. And he says, this is Robert McCorkindale. When you introduce yourself, he's like, that'd be Billy Pendergast, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I was telling him I was trying to find somebody to help me out. It's been a year, and the police aren't doing anything. I need some help. Can you come up here and talk to me about this?
Yes,
I'm
of
willing
course.
to pay. And the police are not doing anything. They're wasting. Any help that you could give me.
Of course.
I appreciate it. You finally, it takes you a while to get off the phone.
Yeah.
He's one of these people that don't know how to end a conversation. With
Yeah.
Sorry.
And who?
What?
Okay. Pendergast is actually coming by the college to hang out with you for the afternoon. On the 28th. You've got some time. He's a nice fellow.
Okay.
This guy's kind of the end. This guy's the guy who's kept making the connections between you guys since nobody really knows each other.
I was thinking one of the underlings
My guy is bringing his 45.
might bring information.
Mm-hmm.
An underling could bring information.
That could possibly happen. It's not like you have to jump on a train and get up there immediately. So we're going to take our time getting everybody introduced into this kind of. But there is a good chance that possibly, maybe, hopefully, you will eventually work together. So William Pendergast, he brings that up about this weird, strange murder that took place, and that he mentioned it to a friend of his, Mary Jane Holland.
Mary Jane, of course.
Oh, you know her? You know her, Professor?
I know Mary Jane.
Actually, Doctor. He would call you Doctor, wouldn't he? He'd be Doctor.
Yes.
Dr. Huxtable.
He might actually prefer super doctor.
Yeah.
Sir Doctor.
Oh, you know her, Dr. Huxtable. Yes. Oh, yes. It's a shame what happened to her face, though.
Oh, so bad, yes.
I told her about that, and I thought she might be interested because she said some very strange occult things have been happening in her house. Rumors start to spread.
When she was in my psychoanalysis class, she was very
No,
bright.
actually, did you go to Brown?
Ah!
Hold on. We can retro that out. Did you go to Brown? Or did you take any classes?
I was okay. Maybe I took a class. What is?
That's entirely your choice.
My guy went to Harvard for a law degree.
What's that?
That's
I
true,
took
so
your psychology.
Okay, so yeah, you took a psychology class when? A year ago? 2 years ago?
Well, I'm 33 now, so
He's
maybe
actually
like 3 years ago.
Okay, so a few years ago. Back when she was pretty.
Yes.
You've been teaching
Bless
for
her.
a while.
Those natives.
At the age of
26?
So he was 23 when he was teaching.
So your character, well, he's
Dang.
not super smart.
I was older than
He's not super smart, but
You've
he's
probably only been teaching at Brown for about a year.
Okay.
Okay, so
Maybe
you're
because
like that.
remember, you're not real smart, you're just very, very well educated.
He's trying to seem older.
Yeah, he's got a big mustache, he wears a monocle almost all the
he
time.
speaks in a
'Cause he's
strange
young.
way.
He doesn't want
Probably
anybody to
the
know
youngest-
he's 20.
He's you're the youngest professor at Brown University.
Yes, of course.
I mean, you're practically, some of the students are older than you.
Most of
So
them.
you probably used her for research, for her to do some research on a project for you.
I sure did. She was very bright, very bright, very bright.
Yes, she's very nice. I think she seems interested in the occult. It's very strange. I don't know. Men ran screaming from my apartment one afternoon. It was very strange. That's what I heard. That's just what I heard.
Well, thank you for bringing that information to me.
Not at all, not at all. And you know her name, so you can get a hold of her if she has a telephone. If somebody has a phone, you can call them up at any time, so let me know.
I think it's more of this.
You know Pendergast too?
I do.
Yeah. He gives you money. He comes to the park and he sees
nice.
you, and you tell him these. How old is your character?
I'm 34.
So you're older than him. You tell him these stories about prospecting,
Mm-hmm.
and he gives you a buck or he buys you a meal.
Nice.
I
like this guy.
He gives a lot of money away, actually. All of you, I'm going to say all of you know Pendergast just to kind of make it easier to pull you in. One of the speakeasies that your mob runs, he's a frequent customer there.
Okay.
So is a John McKeefe, too.
Yes.
Is it speakeasy?
What?
A speakeasy. You don't know what a speakeasy is? A
That's the
speakeasy,
place where
this
they
is
sell-
during Prohibition.
That's where they sell illegal alcohol.
Yes. Nice.
Prohibition is in effect right now. Transport and sale of alcohol is illegal. The federal government is just pounding down on it and taking criminals out, and
For
that's
some
how the
mysterious
mob.
reason.
Yeah, that's how the mob is actually becoming so powerful because they're running speakeasies and gambling establishments everywhere. Yes, there's bathtub gin. There's all kinds of
Moonshine.
stuff going on.
Yes.
Moonshine.
They just carry
Then I might be carrying
You
around.
got 6 minutes to
That's
do
okay.
it, really.
Ownership of it is not necessarily illegal. It's when you start transporting it and selling it. That's when the feds
Alright.
get mad. You can even get prescriptions for alcohol.
What?
You can get a prescription from a
It's the
doctor that
20s.
says this guy needs alcohol. Yes, cigarettes are good for you.
Yeah.
Never forget. Shoot, I don't have my list of people you've met.
My guy might have a prescription for.
You met somebody that's probably connected
Or
to him.
trauma.
Okay. I know
My guy might actually have a prescription. I'm
you.
thinking.
Somehow.
Hopefully it's a good things.
Well, it's not hard to buy alcohol
And
either.
bump
You
I
know.
don't know how you know.
And I'm a private investigator. I know where to get
Put
it.
in with, like, my wedding dress.
And I'm
A lot of the local
mad at
police
myself for
don't.
not having that.
Or maybe he likes to whip
Okay,
things
so
and
so you know Pendergast from that. He's actually giving you like $10 bills at a time.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
so you've been eating well, even though you're sleeping. You could probably afford to actually get like up to a
Hotel.
flop house or something and stay in a flop
Flop
house.
house.
I'm living large.
After about a couple weeks of, you've only known him for about a month, and and he's been gone for the last couple weeks, so you probably are back on the park benches and having trouble. And that's what he runs into. He says, "Oh, Mr. Silversmith. Oh, I haven't been in town. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm
You look have you not been eating?
No, I'm not.
Let's go get a meal. Come on, come on."
Oh, yes. Of course.
He buys your meal in a diner. You have a sandwich or something. We keep it coming. And he also brings up, in just casual conversation, brings up mention of this weird murder a year ago in this
Murder?
town up in New Hampshire somewhere.
I believe I read that on my pillow.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
newspaper.
Oh, that's a joke. Oh, that's so clever.
Yes.
And it probably well, it's been a year, so it was syndicated a year ago. It probably didn't see much press, but you might have spotted it. Yeah, he mentions that an investigator friend of his is going to go up there and investigate it. That Bryan fellow at the shop downtown. You know who I'm talking about?
Bryan fellow.
He's got a big window in the front, and there's like a crudely drawn man. It looks like he's got a fedora and he's got a smoking gun in his hand.
Oh yeah, that window. I
Come
know
and
that
be
one.
with come and, if I say anything that you do not like, and then you say that doesn't exist. It says, I will solve your case for you or something. I don't remember.
Right, right. I
Maybe that
relieve
was another
myself
place I'm
on
thinking of.
on that wall quite often.
So he mentions it to you. You're in the diner with him when you see your friend come in. The other Canadian come in.
Yeah.
Manfred Donald comes in to have some lunch at the diner. Or
And
some
I
dinner,
recognize-
actually. It's dinner time by that point.
Do I recognize Manfred?
Yeah, you see him. He comes in. He's dressed in jeans and he's got a cowboy hat on. That's not real common. in this
Does anybody want some
area.
chips or some bugles or something?
Yeah, there's food over there, guys. And you could grab that bowl if you want to pull that bowl out.